AITA for not wanting my aunt and her family to come into our house unannounced? And for not letting her autistic kid inside my room? For a bit of background, my paternal aunt and her husband neither came from a privileged background. Her family still resides with my grandparents to this day. We were pretty close since I was a kid, but ever since my mom died, things shifted. My dad was always at work and it was just me with my two younger siblings. At first, it was just her visiting unannounced. I didn't mind because she would bring me food and I would confide with her most of the time. Later on, I had a feeling that the free food and consolation she brings gave her the entitlement as if our house was also hers. My dad pointed out that we were being too close, but I shrugged this off. However, she started bringing her whole family including her husband and two kids without anyone in this house knowing that they were gonna come. We didn't even have the chance to open the gate and the door for them because they already invited themselves in. They would spend the entire day from morning until night, lounging in our living room and cooking in our kitchen using the ingredients in our pantry. I asked my dad, the owner of the house, every time if they asked for his permission. He always says no. This spanned for 2 years, BTW. One of her kids is severely autistic. He's around 5 to 7 years old and requires constant attention, but they just let him wander free in our house. The problem is that my cousin barges into each room and jump on the bed, leaving him unattended most of the time. It's either my aunt is busy cleaning up for the kid's mess, her husband distracted on the TV, or they're both just lounging. I have set my ground rules for my personal space, not sitting on my bed with outside clothes and not bringing food, and my immediate family, who lives in this house, respects it. I don't understand how anyone outside won't be able to grasp that. My aunt insisted to let my cousin in because he should be given consideration since he's special. I just came up that my room is a mess and I have a project going on. Already told my dad about it and he said she would be devastated if we assert our boundaries. I took matters into my own hands that whenever they come over, I would lock my door. Doing this didn't stop them. They continued peeking through my window as a result. My aunt picked this up and started ignoring me. Whenever I'm present, she would just embarrass me. This went on for months but I didn't mind. Suddenly, walking home, I bumped into her on the street and she talked to me like it was nothing. I kept walking not knowing that she followed me home, visibly mad. I was able to lock myself in my room before she started banging the door and asking me to come out. My dad thinks I'm the off for disrespecting her since she's older. AITA. Edit. Thanks everyone for your help. To correct, I lock my door and go outside to spend time with them. Sometimes, not as much because I have other plans for the day such as finishing my schoolwork so I don't have to cram it later. I just feel like they have no regard of our individual schedule for them to spontaneously show up every time.